Hi, my name is Kyle Kampsen, and welcome to the Atmospheric Sciences 231 briefing number 3. I'll start out with the current conditions for July 14th. Beginning with the surface analysis chart, you see that just north of us in Canada, there's a low pressure system and a cold front that is attached to that. You also can note that there's a high pressure system behind us. We'll talk about that in a little bit. With this cold front that's been moving across the western to eastern part of North Dakota, there's been a very concentrated line, defined line of thunderstorms that have gone along with this. This will reach Grand Forks later today, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. This high-level surface analysis chart confirms what we're talking about with thunderstorms moving across the region. You can see that it talks about isolated embedded cumulonimbus clouds that go up to 45,000 feet. This has brought a lot of firing off of thunderstorms today throughout the western and mid area of North Dakota, and this will continue as that line moves eastward towards Grand Forks. The infrared satellite does a really good job at showing what this looks like from space. As you can see, just north of Grand Forks, up in Canada, there's got to be a low pressure system, and the cold front is really well defined by the line of clouds that's moving eastward towards Grand Forks. The water vapor satellite also does a really good job at showing this. You can see the line of purple that's sweeping across the middle and the eastern part of North Dakota. Saturated clouds. This is bringing thunderstorms. They're really high up. They're about 45,000 feet tops. So this is bringing some good action, really good instability from this cold front. Taking a look at the radar, you can see that this line of cells has tops to 52,000 feet. It's a really active line of cells across this cold front. They formed around 20 Zulu tonight, just west of Minot. So these are developed, and they will run their course as they go eastward towards Grand Forks. Taking a look at all active sigmets for this time, you can see that all of North Dakota has a potential for some instability, and you can see that there's a line of storms that again is forecasted and showed on this sigma chart. And it's going to keep moving east towards Grand Forks. This only shows 45,000 feet, but as we saw on the radar in the previous slide, these are even going up to 50, 52. So they're really firing off at this time as it moves eastward towards Grand Forks. As a pilot, I always like to take a look at the icing anytime I go, even if there's not a possibility of convective activity. But here you can see on the 10,000 to 30,000 feet chart, there's basically a line, if you were trying to go west North Dakota to east or east to west, that if you're flying in that area, you're going to experience icing, among other things. So this is always an interesting thing. You see the SLD threat. It's just something to take a look at. I would not recommend flying around this storm, though, unless you're a cloud seeder. The latest METAR information is showing that Grand Forks is clear and that the winds aren't very gusty unless you go down to Fargo. You got to look out for gusts to 20. But if you're going to go fly, I would try and get out as soon as possible. And don't consider coming back until late at night or early tomorrow morning. As you can see right now, it's flight category, Jamestown, Fargo, Thief River. It's all VFR. Grand Forks is a little bit covered up, but that's nothing to really worry about. Forecasted conditions. As the storm sweeps to the east in Grand Forks, you're going to experience IFR conditions. This is showing low IFR, marginal VFR, pardon me, at Devil's Lake. That's because the storm is inbound to Devil's Lake. Once it gets over, it'll be IFR. And same applies for Grand Forks as it keeps pushing eastward. The front's pressure and weather chart, which is valid at 1800 Zulu, translates to 3 o'clock tomorrow. For Grand Forks and all of North Dakota, in fact, it shows that we're going to have good weather, no significant weather, nothing to really worry about as that cold front and low pressure system move eastward. This is confirmed by the high-level surface analysis chart. You can see that the jet stream is pretty steady and consistent at 36,000 feet, basically right above our area. And all those cumulonimbus clouds are pushed to the east now. There's no risk for rain tomorrow either, so like I said, no significant weather and no rain, nothing to worry about. Be a great day to go fly if you're considering that. Again, the high-level chart showing that we're going to have basically a high pressure above us tomorrow, so really good weather to look forward to, and I hope you guys can get out to fly for that. Again, pretty steady, calm winds, and no significant weather to take a look at for the forecast period tomorrow. And finally, we'll take a look at the TAFs for Grand Forks and Fargo tomorrow. You can see that early in the morning, as this stuff continues to get pushed out, there'll be a few clouds at 4,000 in Grand Forks, and down in Fargo, 9 Zulu, so overnight, scattered clouds at 8,000. This is just as that cold front moves forward and cleans up the area. And then the rest of the day, there's nothing to take a look at. Scattered 25,000, which basically means clear blue skies, go out and fly. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of the weather tonight and into tomorrow morning and all the way through tomorrow. So I'd say tonight, if you want to go fly, you can, but I would keep an eye on the weather as this cold front and thunderstorm line moves eastward into your area in Grand Forks. And tomorrow, go fly if you can. Thank you.